morning from a very cloudy, again, Lanzarote. Not particularly warm, quite windy. It's our last day. We're just going into Playa Blanca to have breakfast with some friends and say our farewells, do some last shopping, get all the bits and pieces we need for the journey, like dog food and everything. And then it's on to the ferry about 2 o'clock this afternoon. So we'll document the journey. A bit sad, mixed feelings really. You don't want to leave at all. But yeah, we'll catch up with you later. It's always the mayonnaise dilemma, isn't it? Just doesn't taste the same. There's quite big differences between the Hyper Dino and the Super Dino. In the Hyper Dino, they tend to do more British things, and some of the stuff that you can get in the overseas supermarkets, they do in the Hyper Dino. It's quite expensive, but you can get it, whereas the Super Dino is definitely a more local store. They don't do very much that isn't Spanish or traditionally local things anyway. So you're doing the traditional British purchase. Baked beans, tins of baked beans.
It's very stinky.
Oh yeah, the keys. Sorry.
Yes, okay. Only been gone a few minutes. Right, hello. Yes, hello. Yes, hello. Let's shop in the window.
What are you filming? Petrol prices, yeah, ridiculous. Not even £1 a litre. Well, 105, so less than £1 a litre. Just waiting to board the ferry, the Armas ferry to Cadiz. The sailing is not until 3:15. They told us to get here at 2 o'clock. We got here at 1:15 and they're already getting people through. So it's a good job we came here a bit earlier. As usual, none of the things here anywhere in Spain seem to go the way they're supposed to. But we'll try and film whatever we can and see how we get on. enjoying sitting in the boiling hot sun waiting to get on the boat.
Obviously not.
I was counting the numbers wrong.
Coming in, home for the night. And it smells like dog. Is this one we had last time?
No, 716. I think this was Mark and Wendy's actually. We'll do a room tour. Cupboard. Wardrobe. Wardrobe. Cupboard. Dog. Bed. Mandy. Bed. And that's the room. There is a TV, they never work.
Don't forget the shower.
Oh yeah.
Toilet.
The bed's at the top. If there's only 2 people in the room, they don't make them, so you don't want to pull those down because they won't have been cleaned since last time. We made that mistake last time. Bathroom, toilet, shower, and a sink. Hello. Comes with a ladder included, very useful for climbing out the toilet. It's basic, but it will do, and it means you don't have to sleep in horrible upright seats.
It's not for you, Pippin.
This is probably like a ferry tips thing. Make sure you bring a kettle, because after a certain time you can't get any food, you can't get any drinks. So bring a kettle, bring your tea, bring your coffee, so you can make your own drinks in your room. They do have a machine which is only €2 for a tea or a coffee, but no matter what you get out of it, it tastes like lemon for some reason. So it's alright if you like lemon, but you soon get sick of it. We also brought a cool bag with us with a couple of those little freezer blocks in there, and we've made some lunch and some bits and bobs, got some milk, because you can't really get anything on the ferry. The breakfast, lunch and dinner times are set, and between those hours there's very little other than a very small cafe at the end of the boat, but everything's overpriced, stale and just generally not great. Dangerously windy, we're both getting blown around everywhere. Hopefully we'll make it. thing on the Armas ferries is they have dog-friendly rooms and they have a dog-friendly deck up on the top. But you're not allowed to take the dogs into restaurants or anywhere unless they're under 10 kilograms and they can be in a carry case. So we managed to get a carry case that had like a little extension on it so that Pippin can be a bit more comfortable. So we've just come down to grab lunch and it looks quite nice actually. And there's Pippin down there in a little carry case with a little extension on the side. Pippin? She doesn't like it, but it's big enough and she's comfortable. So it will have to do just while we're eating, and then for most of the time we'll take her up onto the deck that the dogs are allowed on so she can have a run around and go to the toilet. And she loves the wind, so this is ideal for her because she just stands there with the wind blowing in her face the whole time. I'm just going to go off and grab some food. Mandy's gone to get hers first, so we'll see what it's like.
Otherwise you pay more. I couldn't have got to argue, so I just said okay. But then she said, what do you want to drink? And I said, I'll have a can of Coke. And she said, oh, you have to pay more. Yeah. And then the other,
I think this is like a, I think this is like a, no, it's like a meal, like a
meal deal.
Meal deal. So then the Coke isn't included.
Well, yeah, but then you know the lady that was here before with short hair?
Yeah.
She said, come on, okay? And I was like,
Actually had some sleep. Amanda has actually had some sleep, which is an absolute miracle. Pippin's apparently bursting for the toilet, even though she doesn't normally go to the toilet till about 9 AM, but she's desperate to go out. Amanda is fresh and awake. In case anyone's wondering, Amanda twisted her knee very badly the other night, so she's now limping pretty much all the time. Take us back to Lanzarote. It's bloody freezing.
It's not that cold.
Huh?
It's not that cold.
It is. This is where people can keep their dogs if they don't have a cabin. It is air conditioned and it is secure. I don't think we'd ever put our dog in there. Every time you go past it, every time someone opens a door, you just hear them howling. It's not very nice. It's midday on Friday. We've got about 9 hours left and everything's pretty much closed. It's a bit boring. Trying to find some internet because some of the routers are broken, so we haven't had any contact with the outside world since yesterday afternoon. We have arrived.
My shirt came off at the same time.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Excuse the striptease behind me.
I didn't really film it.
So we've arrived in Cadiz. We're a bit later than expected. We were meant to be here at 9:30. It's just gone 10. We're just waiting to be let off the ferry. Unfortunately, I left the camera downstairs in the van. You're allowed to return to the van 3 times during each day at set times for half an hour at a time in case there's anything you need. So we were using it just to bring up fresh milk and, you know, bits and bobs, dog food and stuff. When I came down last time, I accidentally left the camera in there, so I wasn't able to film us from that point onward basically this afternoon. But we're just waiting for the ferry to finally get into place with its docking, and then we'll be disembarking. Not entirely sure how it's going to happen because all the vehicles on our left are facing the other way. Some of the vehicles that came in at the same time as us had to reverse on.
Oh, just realised.
And we're facing the front of, no, we're facing the back of the ship, I think. No idea. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to mount the camera to the dash, try and catch it all. And yeah, we'll see you soon. I mean, as soon as we get off the boat, we're just going to be heading straight to a large car park that we know in a place called Jerez de la Frontera, where we know is big and spacious, and we'll be able to stop. So we'll probably catch up there. Still waiting to disembark. Takes absolutely forever, but one thing I failed to mention was the humidity in Cadiz is ridiculous. I checked on the phone a minute ago, it's 10 o'clock at night and apparently it's 29 degrees Celsius. And the minute we came down, I mean, we're on the car deck, so obviously it's going to be slightly warmer, but it honestly feels like a tropical feeling, you know, like the weather, the climate. It's crazy. Hopefully it's a bit cooler and there's a bit of a breeze when we get out. No, we can't film that thing. Oh, what has he got on there? That's his hold up, isn't it?
Oh my goodness.
That's got to be his entire house. It's from France. So we've arrived at Jerez, or Jerez de la Frontera. It's midnight. The GoPro died on the way driving out, so unfortunately we didn't get all the footage of the drive here. We're absolutely knackered. We're just going to have a coffee. We found a park up in a big shopping centre called Merca 80, which does have a camper van park, but you can't get in at this time of night. So we're just parked in the car parking spaces, so hopefully we'll be alright for the night. It's relatively quiet. The odd motorbikes go past and some people. The most unique thing about tonight is it's 3 minutes past midnight and it's 29 degrees Celsius. When you walk outside, it is so warm, it is bizarre. And because of that, I think most people have been sleeping during the day, because there's people just sat out in the streets on deck chairs. I mean, it's a Friday night, but seems unusual. But we're going to sort ourselves out. That'll probably be it for the night. We'll pick it up when we decide to move on. Morning, guys. Oh, what a night. I mean, it's 9 o'clock in the morning now and the temperature showing 31 degrees. It is roasting. All the windows open, there's no breeze at all. We've got the engine running at the moment with the air conditioning on because it's just so bloody hot. So we're just going to drive to try and find a more sort of a country setting. Some of you may notice we're not in the same place that we were yesterday. People started turning up in their cars, the motorbikes. They were sat out on their deck chairs playing music, and that was at like 2 AM. So we decided to move. We moved about 15-20 minutes up the road to some services. They've got a 24-hour cafe, they've got a hotel, they've got all sorts, but we found this empty car park, which is ideal. There's a few lorries and stuff, so obviously you do hear a few things during the night, but not that bad at all really. We've had 6 hours sleep, so we're going to move on a bit further and see how we get on. So we'll pick you up in a bit. So we've just stopped off so Pippin can use the toilet, because she wouldn't go this morning after seeing a dog she recognised on the ferry. It is baking hot, although it's only 30 degrees here, so a bit cooler than where we were before. Just thought I'd film this because it's a real issue in Spain and the Canary Islands. People just dump their rubbish. It doesn't matter what it is, they just dump it by the side of the road, and it's absolutely disgusting. Yeah, I'll show you now. Beautiful countryside setting, farms around you and everything, and just rubbish just strewn across all the areas. Come on then, Pip. Excuse the dog peeing, but it's a bloody miracle. We've been waiting over an hour for her to find somewhere that she deems suitable to go to the toilet. She has to walk somewhere, find somewhere, then she'll walk and find somewhere else, then she'll walk and find somewhere else, and then she'll have to go around in circles for about 4 minutes, and then eventually she'll pee. Hurrah. Crazy. I could have filled the entire tank from empty for 50 euros in the Canary Islands, and here we've just done just over half, and it's like 60 something.
It's so irritating.
It's very, I don't really understand why it's doing it. The wind must be blowing in from somewhere.
Alright, make some lunch then. Yeah? What do you think? You're going for a walk? Yes? Then Mummy make some lunch. Yes? Yes? High five. Sit. Sit. Oh, okay, stand. You're not behaving today, are you? Bye, have fun. Not too long.
Will not be gone long. So we've decided to move on from this spot because the heat is insane. Just so hot, so humid. So we're going to drive with the aircon, see how far we can get. See if we can get as close as we can to the French border, and then probably stop somewhere for the night. But it's very warm. We're both hot. We're both bothered. We're both tired. Pippin's constantly panting. So
Yeah.
we'll see how we get on. The GoPro keeps overheating because it's so hot. So I don't know how much we'll be able to film, but we'll do our very best. See you soon.